Are you fed up with your job's 9 to 5 schedule and feeling trapped in it? Then you are not alone. Many individuals aspire to be financially independent and to live their lives according to their own terms, yet many find it difficult to escape the pattern of living paycheck to paycheck. In this video, we'll look at certain money habits that are widespread and could be keeping you at your 9 to 5 work, and we'll give you some useful advice for improving your financial situation. So relax, get some paper and a pen, and let's get going. Habit number 1, you are unaware of the status of your paycheck. Despite spending a lot of money, a lot of middle-income Americans are unaware of what they are truly purchasing. A person who lives comfortably in the middle class benefits from being able to cover their costs and having some money left over. The issue is where the extra money is spent. On a night out, $100 is spent. You joined your colleagues for lunch when they went out. You need a new wardrobe since your buddy is getting married. And before you realize it, your whole savings account is depleted, and you are left waiting for your next salary to be deposited so that you are able to pay the rent. Habit number 2, you waste money that you don't possess. You will become truly destitute if you are falsely wealthy right now. You put yourself into this situation by making purchases that make it appear as though you had your finances under control, and are now in the revenue range you desire. Even while treating yourself is a lot of fun, if you're using debt to support your extravagant way of living, you're simply contributing to the problem. Buying stuff you don't need and can't afford to pay off with a credit card debt may grow very expensive very quickly. You might end up spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest if you max out your credit cards, because they have among the greatest interest rates of any type of debt. It becomes much more difficult to escape the paycheck-to-paycheck existence when you add numerous auto loans and a high-cost home to the mix. Before moving on to the video, I would request you to press the subscribe button and also the like button. Now let's move on. Habit number 3, you're victimized by lifestyle inflation. Does your additional cash seem to vanish every time you receive a rise or a new position with a higher salary? That is the cost of living inflation. When you increase your spending in proportion to your income. Maybe you spend a few $100s extra every month on a nicer apartment, a new automobile, or you start going to get drinks with your close friends on a regular basis. With your additional money, you just start doing more of whatever it is you like doing and keep living paycheck to paycheck. This habit blows your money within just a short time. Habit number 4, buying things when you're bored. Back then, it was referred to as the home shopping network syndrome, or going out to shop late at night when you're bored. Whatever your weakness was, you would call and order these gorgeous ornaments or some cool-looking headphones and even an expensive watch or a pair of shoes. It's far too simple to shop when you're bored now that everything can be done online. If you're not cautious, shopping out of boredom can give rise to debt, which is a dreadful financial habit. Instead of shopping, try to avoid it by doing some beneficial activities. Habit number 5, you depend on just one source of income. Your instructor could tell you that the key to financial security is to do well in school, obtain a degree, land a decent job, negotiate a better pay, and finally retire. This strategy, nevertheless, might be dangerous and prepare you for lengthy periods of employment until you're 60. Warren Buffett supports creating a second source of income through investing rather than relying just on one. This will boost our overall income and provide up yet another opportunity for growth. By diversifying their investments and generating several streams of income, regular people may become self-made billionaires. Habit number 6, accumulating credit card debt. Those enchanted cards made of plastic that make it so simple to purchase the designer handbag or a headphone you've been dreaming for. One of the most expensive poor money habits you can have is racking up debt from your credit cards. Are you one of the typical Americans who owes more than $6,000 on their credit cards? You might pay hundreds to thousands of dollars in interest on high-interest credit cards. Additionally, carrying large credit card debt might lower your credit score. Pay your debt in full each month to avoid wasting money on interest. You will save a ton of money and avoid debt by doing this. Habit number 7, maintaining the Joneses. A recipe for calamity is attempting to maintain standards and match with the spending habits of others around you. According to Chad Smith, people typically think they spend less than they do. Purchasing larger homes, vehicles, and other toys can quickly cause expenditure to exceed the limits initially projected in financial plans. Now, as I promised you, I will tell you some secret tips which if you follow you would be able to escape the 9-to-5 job schedule, or maybe you could become more wealthier and even give a resignation your job. Without waiting furthermore, let's begin with those tips directly. Tip number 1, optimize your cash flow. Money is certainly flowing in, but it is also leaving the country. Your money may perform wonders for you if you keep an eye on your cash flow and limit your expenditures. Prepare a wealth statement and keep a family budget that you examine each month. Tip number 2, safeguard your greatest asset, you. Your earning potential is your most valuable asset. At all costs, you must keep doing it. Get life insurance in case you pass away suddenly. But that is insufficient. For financial security, if you are unable to work, you must also obtain critical sickness coverage. Tip number 3, a minimum of 10% of your monthly income should be invested. A new article published on World Savings Day claims that the majority of Americans have little or no savings. Adjust your lifestyle to the remaining 90% of your monthly income after setting aside at least 10% in long-term investments. This will benefit you in the long term as well as in the short term. Tip number 4, the key is being frugal. There is no reason to feel guilty about living below your means. Many wealthy carry it out. You must give something in order to get something in return. Limit your eating out, purchase online, or alternate your annual vacations every 2 years. You won't believe how much spare cash you'll have left over to put away. Tip number 5, pay off your wasteful debts. Deal with unproductive debts like credit card balances head-on. Spending a lot of money on interest each month stems from using credit cards frequently for purchases. Instead of putting money into the clutches of credit card corporations, you may spend it in long-term projects. Tip number 6, make a safety net for your finances. It is not enough to plan for anticipated costs, such as a child's schooling or retirement. Additionally, you must budget for unforeseen costs like automobile trouble and home maintenance. Create an emergency reserve that is equal to 3 months' worth of income. That's all for this video. Remember that gaining knowledge and applying it correctly in life is the only formula of success. If you found this video informative, then do press the like button and hit the subscribe button for more amazing contents related to finance. Also share this video with your friends and family so that they become knowledgeable. If you have any query or suggestion, then feel free to comment it below.